Good morning, student. Welcome to SYBSC Chemistry Lecture Series. Myself, Dr. K.R. Labde, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Chemistry, SVKT College, Deolali Camp, Nasik. Student, during this semester, I am going to teach you inorganic and organic chemistry. Syllabus of this course is as below. Chapter number 1 is Molecular Orbital Theory of Covalent Bonding. Chapter number 2, Introduction to Coordination Chemistry. These two chapters are included from inorganic chemistry and remaining 3 chapters are from organic chemistry. In that, third chapter is aromatic hydrocarbon, fourth is alkyl and aryl halides, and fifth is alcohols, phenols and ethers. In this session, we are going to see introduction of aromatic hydrocarbon, IUPAC nomenclature of aromatic hydrocarbon. We are going to see stability of benzene and aromaticity, and finally we are going to see preparation of benzene by different method like decarboxylation, preparation of benzene from phenol, preparation of benzene from acetylene, and preparation of benzene from sulfonic acid. At the end of this session, students should able to identify and draw the structures of aromatic hydrocarbon. They should able to give IUPAC nomenclature for the different structure. Students should able to explain the stability of benzene as well as aromatic character of benzene. Students should understand different method for preparation of benzene. Now first of all, what is hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbons are the compound which are made up of carbon and hydrogen only. Hydrocarbons are classified into two groups, that is aliphatic hydrocarbon and aromatic hydrocarbon. In aliphatic hydrocarbon, two categories are there. Saturated hydrocarbon means the hydrocarbon containing carbon-carbon single bond, they are called as saturated hydrocarbon. For example, alkane, their general formula is CnH2n plus 2. Another aliphatic hydrocarbon is unsaturated hydrocarbon, and in unsaturated hydrocarbon there is alkene which have molecular formula CnH2n. It has carbon-carbon double bond, and another unsaturated hydrocarbon, that is alkyne. CnH2n minus 2 is the general formula, and we know that alkyne contain carbon-carbon triple bond. Now aromatic hydrocarbon means the hydrocarbon which obeys the Huckel rule, means 4n plus 2 pi electron rule is obeyed by this type of hydrocarbon. We are going to see nature of hydrocarbon as well as aromaticity in detail in upcoming slide. Aromatic hydrocarbons are further classified into monocyclic hydrocarbon. When only one ring is there, it is called monocyclic hydrocarbon, for example benzene. Then polycyclic hydrocarbon, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, they are naphthalene, anthracene and phenanthrene. These are some examples of aromatic hydrocarbon. Now IUPAC nomenclature of hydrocarbon, that is aromatic hydrocarbon. When there is monosubstituted benzene, the name is designed by adding the name of the substituent. For example, when chlorine is present on benzene ring, chloro group is added to word benzene, that's why it is chlorobenzene. When NO2 group is present on benzene ring, then it is nitrobenzene. When ethyl group is present on benzene, it is ethylbenzene. Hence the name of the substituent is added to the word benzene. It is for monosubstituted benzene. Now disubstituted benzene. When both substituents are identical, then the name of the substituent is added to the word benzene. It is for monosubstituted benzene. Now disubstituted benzene. When both substituents are identical, then the name of the substituent is added to the word benzene. It is for monosubstituted benzene. Now disubstituted benzene. When both substituents are identical, then it is termed as, this is the example, that is 1,2-dichlorobenzene. Two substituents are there, both are chlorine, and that's why it is 1,2-dichlorobenzene. When more than one identical substituents are attached to aromatic ring, then the name of aromatic ring start with the number. In this case, 2 chlorine atoms are there, that's why we have to assign number 1 to the carbon to which chlorine is attached, and number 2 is the another carbon to which another chlorine is attached. That's why 1, 2. These are the position at which the 2 chlorine atoms are attached. Then substituent, then Greek numerical, just like di, tri, tetra, 2 substituents are there, that's why it is di. When 3 are there, it is tri, or when 4 are there, it is tetra, followed by name of the substituent. In this case, chloro. Chloro is substituent. And finally, name of the aromatic ring. In this case, benzene. That's why numbering, that is 1, 2 position. Then number of group, that is 2. That's why di. Name of the substituent, chlorine. That's why chloro. And finally, benzene. 1,2-dichlorobenzene. Now, when 2 different groups are attached to aromatic ring or benzene, in that case, how IUPAC nomenclature is going to work? Let's see. When 2 different substituents are attached to the aromatic ring, then they are enter in alphabetical manner. For example, in first structure, chlorine is one substituent and NO2 is another substituent. They are present at 1, 2 position. That's why 1-chloro-2-nitrobenzene. In this case, we have to give the name in alphabetical manner. C comes first, that's why 1-chloro, and N is after that, that's why 2-nitro. 1-chloro-2-nitrobenzene. Second example, 2 substituents are present and they are present at 1, 3 position. We know that bromine comes first, that's why 1-bromo, 3-iodobenzene. In this way, we can give IUPAC name to the aromatic compound which containing 2 different substituents. Now, many aromatic compounds have special names. For example, when methyl group is present on benzene ring, then it is called toluene. When OH group is attached to benzene, it is called phenol. When OCH3 group is attached to benzene, it is called anisole. We know that when NH2 is attached to benzene, it is aniline. These are the special names. When COOH group is present, it is called benzoic acid. When CHO group, that is aldehyde group, is attached to benzene, it is benzaldehyde. And when ketone, say for example CH3CO, that group is attached to benzene, then it is called acetophenone. Now let's see here. In case of aromatic compound with more than one substituent, it is necessary to use terms such as artho, meta and para as prefix to represent the relative position like 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, etc. Let's see first example. 1,2-dichlorobenzene is the IUPAC name of this compound. If you consider the relative position of 2 chlorine group, they are present on adjacent carbon atom. That's why 1, 2 position. Hence, you can call this compound as artho-dichlorobenzene also. Now, in second example, it is 1,3-dichlorobenzene and it is its IUPAC name. 2 chlorine atoms, they are present at 1, 3 position. And we know that when substituents are present at 1, 3 position, it is termed as meta. That's why meta-dichlorobenzene. Similarly, if 2 substituents are present at 1, 4 position, then we can call that structure as para. Now let's see here. When the benzene ring is substituent, then it is referred to as phenyl group. When benzene is parent, it is benzene, and when it is substituent, it is called as phenyl. The benzene ring is substituent when the parent chain has more than 6 carbon atom. Let's see the structure first. In first structure, the side chain which is attached to benzene containing more than 6 carbon atom. That's why that side chain become parent and that benzene becomes substituent. And when it is happen, that benzene is termed as phenyl. Hence, name of this structure is 2-methyl 7-phenyl octane, because side chain or the group which is attached to benzene that become parent. Why that become parent? Because it contain more than 6 carbon atom. The benzene ring is the parent when longest alkyl chain substituent is 6 carbon or less. If the substituted group or substituted chain containing 6 carbon or less than that, then benzene is the parent in that case. For example, let's see. In this second example, benzene is parent and that group which is attached, that is substituent. That's why name of that compound is 1-methyl butyl benzene. In an organic compounds have functional group and a benzene ring attached to alkane chain, then the benzene act as a substituent instead of the parent group. Here two examples are there. Let's concentrate on first example. Let's see the side chain. In side chain, OH is present and we know that OH is the functional group. It is alcohol. That's why functional group is present on the side chain. That's why that chain become parent, and in this case that benzene ring become substituent. And when benzene is substituent, you call it as phenyl. Hence the name of the first structure is 1-phenyl propan 1-ol, because that side chain containing 3 carbon, that's why propane is the parent, propane and OH group is attached, that's why propanol, and benzene is substituent, that's why it is called phenyl, 1-phenyl propan 1-ol. In second case also, side chain containing functional group, it is OH, and side chain containing 2 carbon atom, that's why ethane is the parent. 1-phenyl ethane 1-ol is the name of this compound. Dear student, let's see the structure of benzene. Benzene was first isolated in 1825 by Michael Faraday. You know, molecular formula of benzene is C6H6. All carbon atom of the benzene, they are sp2 hybridized and p orbitals are perpendicular to the general plane of the molecule. Let's see, these are the p orbitals. These are the p orbitals and they are the perpendicular to the general plane of the molecule. All carbon atoms have bond length 1.39 angstrom. All bond length in benzene, they have same bond length and that is 1.39 angstrom. We know that carbon-carbon single bond length in alkane, that is 1.54 angstrom, and carbon-carbon double bond length in case of alkene, it is 1.34 angstrom. In benzene, there is no bond with bond length 1.54 angstrom, as well as there is no bond with bond length 1.34 angstrom. All the bonds are intermediate between single and double bond, and all bonds have identical bond length. This can be explained on the basis of delocalization. At room temperature, these bonds are not stable, they are continuously delocalizing, and because of that their position is not fixed. Electron density is equally distributed between all 6 carbon atom. Structure is planar, hexagonal, and all CCC bond angle are 120. If you determine this bond angle, if you calculate this bond angle, it is 120. All the bond angle, that is carbon, 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 means this carbon, and this carbon. This angle is 120 degree. This is the structure of benzene. In this case, delocalization is shown. After delocalization, position of double bond get changed, and in this structure, it is called resonance hybrid. All the bonds are continuously moving with fast speed, and this is the structure in which p orbitals are shown. This is the carbon-carbon sigma bond, and this dotted line as well as this dotted line, they represent the pi bond in benzene. Now for benzene, two different structures are suggested. One structure that is suggested by Kekulé and another structure that is suggested by Dewar. According to Kekulé structure, we have already discussed about the Kekulé structure. There is continuous delocalization of pi electron inside this benzene ring, and these are the structures which are proposed by Kekulé. In Dewar structure, there are two double bonds present. This is first double bond and this is second double bond. And this is another bond which is present between C1 and C4. Means these two carbon atoms are joined together by another bond. This is Dewar structure. This is the resonance structure of this first structure, and this is the resonance structure of this structure. Now this Dewar structure is not accepted because many of the reactions which are taking place are not explained on the basis of this Dewar structure. That's why Kekulé structure is accepted structure. In 1866, that is Auguste Kekulé proposed this structure, and he suggests that there is ring and there is alternate double single pattern. Kekulé suggested that the exchange of double bond and single bond is an equilibrium process. Means at equilibrium there is exchange between double bond, single bond with very fast rate. Now I have already explained this. We know that carbon-carbon single bond length is 1.54, carbon-carbon double bond length is 1.34 angstrom. It is expected that this bond should be 1.54 angstrom and this bond should be 1.34 angstrom. But in benzene, all bond length, they are 1.39 angstrom because the all bonds are involved in delocalization, and at equilibrium, double bond is converted to single bond as well as single bond is converted to double bond. That's why bond length is 1.39 angstrom. Now stability of benzene. Stability of benzene is explained on the basis of heat of hydrogenation. Heat of hydrogenation is the heat or energy liberated during addition of hydrogen across carbon-carbon double bond. In this case, it is shown, this is cyclohexene, carbon-carbon double bond is present. If addition of hydrogen is taking place by using catalyst, this is catalytic reduction method. Hydrogen, after addition of hydrogen, cyclohexane is obtained, and in this case 28 minus 28.6 kilocalorie per mole is the heat that is evolved in this reaction. Energy liberated during the addition of hydrogen to carbon-carbon double bond, that is called as heat of hydrogenation. And stability depend upon heat of hydrogenation. If heat of hydrogenation is less, then that structure is more stable. Let's see another example of heat of hydrogenation. In this case, 1,3-cyclohexadiene is the starting compound. It undergo hydrogenation and there is formation of cyclohexane as a product. In this case, two double bonds are there. That's why two molecules of hydrogen, they are added across this carbon-carbon double bond. And in this case, delta H is equal to minus 55.4 kilocalorie per mole. Now let's see cyclohexatriene, or it is benzene. In this case, three double bonds are there. That's why it is expected that delta H of this reaction should be minus 81.8 kilocalorie per mole. But when it is addition of hydrogen is carried out with this compound, delta H is minus 49.8 kilocalorie per mole. This is much less as compared to this one. Hence, we can say that benzene is more stable than cyclohexatriene. and stability of benzene can be calculated by eliminating these two, delta H calculated minus delta H expected, minus 85.8 minus 49.8, that equal to minus 36 kilocalorie per mole. Hence, we can say that benzene is stable compound, and this stability is due to the aromatic character of this benzene. Now let's see aromaticity. What is aromaticity, or what is aromatic character? Benzene and all those compounds which resemble with benzene in their chemical properties, they are known as aromatic compounds. Aromatic compound shows properties different than aliphatic compounds. For example, let's see some properties which are different in aliphatic as well as aromatic compound. Benzene undergoes substitution reaction rather than addition reaction. We know that if you consider alkene as a compound, alkene undergo addition reaction very fast because it is aliphatic compound. But in case of benzene, addition is very difficult. Benzene generally undergoes substitution reaction, means the hydrogen atom or the other atom which is present on the ring, that can be substituted by other atom. Addition reaction of benzene generally does not take place at normal reaction condition. At very strong reaction condition, addition is also possible, but benzene undergoes substitution easily than addition reaction. This is opposite of aliphatic compound, just like alkene. Another thing, aromatic amines are weak bases as compared to aliphatic amine. If you compare aromatic amine and aliphatic amine, their basicity is different. Aromatic amines are weak bases. Aromatic amine generally containing NH2 group, or if it is secondary amine, it contains NH. The electron pair which is present on nitrogen is involved in delocalization inside that benzene ring. That's why basicity decreases. In case of aliphatic amine, if the group attached to that NH2 group is electron donating, in that case the basicity increases. If you compare aromatic amine and aliphatic amine, you will find that aliphatic amine are much strong bases as compared to aromatic amine. Now another example, phenol and alcohol. We know that phenols are acidic in nature and alcohols are neutral. Both of these compounds containing OH as a functional group. In phenol, OH group is attached to aromatic ring, and in alcohol, OH group is attached to aliphatic chain. Phenols are acidic because the phenoxide ion which is formed, that is stabilized by the delocalization, and that's why phenols are acidic in nature. These are some examples. In that example, we have seen that due to aromatic character, properties of these compounds are changed. Now this is the Ockel rule. You can define this rule as any fully conjugated cyclic planar system which containing 4n plus 2 pi electron is said to be aromatic. Here the word fully conjugated. Fully conjugated means there is alternate double bond, single bond pattern. If there is double bond, it should be followed by single bond, that should be followed by another double bond. Alternate double single pattern, that is fully conjugated. Cyclic means it should be cyclic structure. Planar, we know that for delocalization, for any type of resonance effect, planarity is required. That's why these are the three basic conditions for aromaticity. Fully conjugated cyclic planar system which containing 4n plus 2 pi electron is aromatic, where n is the number of ring. If there is one ring, then 4 into 1 plus 2, that is 6 pi electron. For one ring compound, if that containing 6 pi electron, and if it is fully conjugated, if it is cyclic, if it is planar, then that ring or that compound is called as aromatic compound. Let's see some examples. We have already discussed this. This is the benzene. Number of ring is 1. That's why 4 into 1 in plus 2, that equal to 6 pi electron. 4 into 1, here should be multiplication sign, 4 into 1 plus 2, that equal to 6 pi electron, and if this containing 6 pi electron, then it is aromatic. Now another example, naphthalene. This is 2-ring system. There are 5 double bonds are present inside these 2 rings. All double bonds are conjugated because alternate double bond single bond pattern is a double single double single. Hence 4 into 2 plus 2, 10 pi electron. If this compound containing 10 pi electron, then it is aromatic. Now this compound containing 5 double bonds, we know that one double bond contribute 2 pi electron, that's why total 10 pi electrons are present. Now this is the third example. In this case, n is equal to 3, 3 rings are present. First of all, we have to look whether it is fully conjugated. Yes, there is alternate double single pattern is present. Number of rings are 3, that's why 4 into 3 plus 2, that's why 14 pi electron. If this compound containing 14 pi electron, then it is aromatic. This compound containing 7 double bond, each double bond contain 2 electron, that's why total 14 electron. That's why all these 3 compounds are aromatic in nature. Now if you consider aromatic nature of heterocyclic compound, we have to think in other way. Let's see this first compound. It is pyrrole. 2 double bonds are present, means 4 pi electron already there. And for the aromatic character, it requires 6 pi electron when one ring is present. We know that nitrogen containing electron pair. This nitrogen has electron pair, that's why these 2 electrons are also involved in formation of resonance hybrid or formation of 4n plus 2 pi electron. If you count these 2 electron, these 2 plus 2 plus 2, then it is 6 pi electron. Hence, this pyrrole is aromatic in nature. Same is the case for this. This containing another heteroatom, furan. Oxygen is present. We know that oxygen having electron pair. Electron pair which is present on oxygen is also involved in calculation. That's why 2 plus 2 plus another 2 from this oxygen, there are 6 pi electron, it is aromatic. Thiophene, sulfur, it is another heteroatom, it also containing electron, that's why 2 electron from this sulfur, 2 from this double bond, 2 from this double bond, 6 pi electron. Hence all these 3 heterocyclic compounds are aromatic in nature. Now let's see this pyridine. Now as we know that nitrogen containing electron pair, but inside this ring there are already 6 pi electron. That's why these 2 electrons which are present on this nitrogen are not required for the calculation. Hence it is aromatic in nature. In this case also there are already 10 pi electron, hence it is aromatic. This is isoquinoline. It is in isoquinoline also 10 pi electrons are there. This 14 should be replaced by 10. In isoquinoline 10 pi electrons are there and it is aromatic in nature. Now last part of today's session is preparation of benzene. Benzene can be prepared by different method. We are going to discuss some important method for the preparation of the benzene. And the first method is preparation of benzene from phenol. When this phenol is treated with zinc dust, phenol vapors and zinc dust on heating produce benzene, along with zinc oxide is formed as a side product. This is very important method for synthesis of benzene. Benzene and zinc dust, they are taken in reaction vessel and that vessel is heated, and after some time you observe that there is formation of benzene as a product. Second method is preparation of benzene by decarboxylation method. Benzoic acid, when it react with base like NaOH, KOH. Its salt is often, in this case sodium benzoate is often. Benzoic acid treated with NaOH, there is formation of sodium benzoate, and this sodium benzoate is the starting compound for this reaction. This sodium salt of benzoic acid, then calcium oxide, that is also called as lime, and NaOH, that is base. All these three are heated strongly, and after heating, this CO2 gas is eliminated from this starting compound. It is called decarboxylation, and there is formation of benzene as a product, and Na2CO3 sodium carbonate is the side product. You can take any aromatic compound just like this. If you take here potassium salt of benzoic acid like this, or potassium salt of naphthalene like this, then similar reaction if carried out, then synthesis of benzene as well as naphthalene is possible. In this case we are discussing the synthesis of benzene, that's why you have to remember sodium benzoate or potassium benzoate as the starting material. It react with lime in presence of base, and if all these three materials or all these three things are heated, we get benzene as a product. Now third method for benzene preparation of benzene from sulfonic acid. When SO3H group is attached to benzene, it is called benzene sulfonic acid. Hot stream of water when pass over benzene sulfonic acid produce benzene. This reaction taking place at about 150 degrees Celsius. Hot stream of water, that is pass over benzene sulfonic acid, and hydrolysis reaction is there, and there is formation of benzene as the product. Along with that, H2SO4 is obtained as a side product. And this is the last method for preparation of benzene. In this method, benzene is prepared from acetylene. Pure and dry acetylene gas is passed over red hot tube of iron or copper at very high temperature, that is 873 Kelvin. Red hot tube of iron or copper is taken, and in that tube this acetylene gas is filled, and in this case cyclic polymerization taking place, and there is formation of benzene as a product. Dear student, based on today's discussion, you have to solve some question and you have to send it on my Google Classroom. First question is, what is aromaticity? Explain Huckel's rule. Second question is, give any three methods for preparation of benzene. We have already discussed 4 different methods for synthesis of benzene. And third question is, what is the heat of hydrogenation? How it is used to explain the stability of benzene, or in another word, explain the stability of benzene on heat of hydrogenation. Now summary of today's session. In today's session we have seen introduction of aromatic hydrocarbon. We have seen IUPAC nomenclature. We have seen different rules for giving names to benzene and benzene derivatives. We have seen stability of benzene. We know that benzene is much more stable as compared to cyclohexatriene. We have seen heat of hydrogenation of cyclohexene 1,3-cyclohexadiene. We have also seen heat of hydrogenation for benzene. We have discussed aromaticity. We have discussed the necessary conditions which are required to form aromatic character. We have discussed Huckel rule, and finally we have seen preparation of benzene by decarboxylation method, preparation of benzene from phenol, preparation of benzene from acetylene, preparation of benzene from benzene sulfonic acid. Thank you.